we in Srimad Bhagavatam we have the details how great God is. God
Yeah.
is Aishwaryasya Samagrasya Viryasya Yasasya Sriya. Aishwaryasya Viryasya, this is supremely powerful. He can lift a Gordon hill, which is of the circumference of 22 kilometers. He just lifted
Yeah.
on his little little finger of his left hand, and he is supremely,
Knowledge.
Jnana Vairagya, Jnana. He's supremely knowledgeable. He spoke Bhagavad Gita to the signs of soul, which nobody can, know it so easily. And we can hear
Wealthy.
people who are Lakpati, Karodpati, or billionaires and all. But there is
Yeah.
nobody who is Lakshmipati. God is Lakshmipati. Aishwaryasya, Samagrasya. And Vairagya, he's supremely renowned. He is having everything: wealth, knowledge, strength, fame, everything he has. But he's so renowned that he just became driver of his pure devotee Arjuna. It just if you see someone who has a lot of money, and lot of fame and everything, you don't see them doing some simple things. They're always like very reserved, and they're always having separate their home and everything. Like there is a lot of uh, special thing about them. They just can't do simple things. Their ego just doesn't allow. They're conditioned by
Yeah.
this. They become very stiff, in their dealings and everything also. But you can see God, how wonderful it is. He becomes driver. Just imagine, the most menial service.
Yeah.
Or, to become driver, matlab, if there is no time to even communicate with the driver. So in order to tell the
Yeah.
driver during the war in Vedic times, in order to tell that go right, they have to kick on the right side of there is a wall sort of thing in between. They have to kick with their leg, feet on the right side of the
Yeah.
driver. And to tell,
Mm.
go on the left side, sometimes they have to kick on the left side. So
Yeah.
really, it is such a position he has taken, Krishna. So, and you can see that there are so many glories of Vedas. Indians
Vedics.
discovered arithmetic and geometric progression. It actually came from Yajurveda, arithmetic progression exists. And Govinda Swamin discovered Newton-Gauss interpolation formula 1800 years before Newton. And Newton-Gauss backward interpolation was given by Vateshwar Acharya 1000 years before Newton. And these are all there actually. Parmeshwar Acharya discovered
Yes.
Euler's formula 400 years before him. Nilakanta discovered Newton's infinite geometric progression convergent series much before him. And positive and negative numbers, Brahmagupta has given already in his book. And Aryabhatta gave the heliocentric theory, much before Copernicus, almost 1000 years before. So actually there is relativity, between the sun and earth. So there are so many details like that. The textbook and astronomy of ancient India, last compiled in 1000 BC, believed to be handed down from 3000 BC by the aid of complex mnemonic recital methods. And the diameter of the earth, Surya Siddhanta showed it. Surya Siddhanta also showed the distance between earth and moon.
Yeah.
So precisely, you see, so precise. And modern measurement is, almost the same. So certainly there is clear-cut statement. Value of pi by Bodhayana.
Yeah.
He discovered this in 6th century. Algebra, trigonometry, everything is there in
Vedic times.
Acharya in 7th century. Largest numbers, Greek and Romans could seize only 1 or 6, but Sanatan Dharma has 10 power 53. That is 5,000 years BC. You know, you see the mathematics, Vedic mathematics.
Yeah.
So certainly, you know, there is a lot of advancement. So this is a very important question. Why do we worship Krishna? So now Krishna very clearly tells in Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, 15th sloka. Now we saw the glory of Vedas. How Vedas are so vast, so deep, and so much depth they have. Like, you know, there are 1 lakh slokas in Vedas, Vedic scriptures. So Krishna tells in 15th chapter, 15th sloka, Vedasya sarver aham eva vedyo. Vedanta krit Veda Videva Chaham. What it means is, the purpose of all the Vedas is to know him, and Vedanta Krit. I'm the Krishna is the writer of the Vedas, and writer of Vedanta, and Veda with. He is the knower of Vedas, Veda Videva Chaham. So we cannot analyze all this 1 lakh slokas in our little lifetime. And you know,
Yes.
so just accept the statement of Bhagavad Gita, and everything is clear. So just accept Krishna, who knows everything in depth and in length. You know? So that is that will, you know, become easy. So there are different levels of worshipping God. Like at a very, I mean, we can hear some of the religions, they start talking about religion that if you don't do this, you'll be fried in hell and all that. You know, they keep scaring you.
Yeah.
So, and there is other religion, they go to God for the sake of desire. There are other religions
Desire.
as a duty. Oh, God gave me so much, so I have to do something for God. But the topmost of all the religions is on the complete
Offerings.
selfless platform. That is love, love for God. I don't want anything, my Lord. I just want to serve you. That is the topmost. This is the consciousness. You know, the topmost consciousness. So actually, fear platform is Tamaguna, desire is Rajaguna, and duty is Sattva, and love platform is Shuddha Sattva. So it is ascending to the ultimate religion of pure love of God. So you can see here 3 different kinds of people. Left hand side you can see passion, and on top you can see ignorance, drinking liquor and all. And
Yeah.
below this, like there is mode of goodness. Small girl, you know, taking out
Yeah. Small girl.
goodness, passion, and ignorance. And according to their levels, Puranas, there are 18 Puranas, 6 in mode of ignorance, 6 in mode of passion, and 6 in mode of goodness. So according to the different levels of people, there is prescription by Puranas. So those in mode of ignorance, they worship Kali, they worship Lord Shiva,
Lord Shiva.
they drink liquor, they drink, and like, you know, they do all these things. But
Yeah.
you know, you see the worshippers of Kali, they tried to kill a devotee of Lord Vishnu, and then you know, Mother Kali came out of the deity. You can see there, you know, this is there in Srimad Bhagavatam 50
Yeah. Yeah.
canto. She came out of the deity and she killed all the Kali worshippers, because
Yeah.
Mother Kali herself is a pure devotee of Lord Vishnu, and Lord Shiva, Vaishnavana Meta Shambhu, is the topmost of all the Vaishnavas. So, and he takes care of all these people in mode of ignorance, like, you know, ghosts and hobgoblins and, you know, all these dangerous creatures. He takes care
Yeah.
of them. You know, he takes care of them, and he makes them make a little by little steps towards, uh, you know, the truth. It's a
Yes.
very, very, very big task. Only Lord Shiva can do it. Nobody can do it. So worship in mode of ignorance, like people drink ganja, they have this, they take, you know, this flesh and intoxicants, you know, these 5 things. Matsya, Mams,
Yeah.
Madira, Sun, Mura. मतलब मत्स्य मतलब fish, flesh, Madira मतलब liquor, Maitun मतलब sex, and Mura. Mura, I'm not sure what it is. On Mahashivratri day, they worship, they do this to worship Durga. And they offer animals
Oh,
or chicken in sacrifice to please Kali. They smoke intoxicants
yeah.
like bhang and charas. And you can see Bhasmashura, he did very severe tapasya, cutting his flesh and all that. Very deadly actually.
Yeah.
And worship in mode of ignorance is just like this Hiranyakashipu. He did such terrible tapasya that for the sake of the desire of he wanted to compete with Lord Vishnu, and he wanted to become
Oh,
the ultimate person, the topmost person. But
yeah.
of course, soul cannot become. Soul is only infinitesimal spirit. Infinitesimally small, very small, very minute. It's like a fire spark. So how much our soul tries, and super soul is like a sun planet. So where is the comparison? I guess? But of course, they want
Yeah.
to become. He tried to become God only, but it is
Yeah.
certainly impossible. So he worshipped Lord Brahma. That is worship in mode of passion. So demigod worship. So many of the people like you know some Abrahamic religions, they often criticize us that we are worshipping demigods. And in Bhagavad Gita, there is a statement, that whoever worship, there is a state, this is a very important, like Zakir Naik, one of the person, he quotes this, that he says that Kamasya Ritagnana Prapadyante Anya Devata. So actually this statement, what it exactly means is Kama is self-serve. Matlab for the sake of fulfilling the desires, Kritagnana, matlab less intelligent people, they worship Anya Devata. Matlab they worship all the other demigods.
Yeah.
Tamtam niyamam asaya prakrite niyata swaya. Matlab according to the rules and regulations or prescriptions which are meant, they worship with bhang, with all this tapasya and all. So he takes this statement and he says that Bhagavad Gita condemns deity worship, Vigraha
Yeah.
Puja. So there's a, what do you call, he gives a interpretation or, wrong meaning of the statement in Bhagavad Gita. And he says that there is no question of worship only, he says. But actually, that
Yeah.
Krishna never says that. He says, no worship in mode of ignorance and passion. That is less intelligent, Krishna says. He never tells that worship of deity. That is actually worship of demigods, not worship of deity. So very clearly, Lord Krishna through his Puranas, you can see here, worship in mode of goodness. So, worship of Vishnu, Rama, or Lord Krishna, it is performed with Krishna mentions this. Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam. Tulsi Marani Patram Pushpam Phalam Toyam matlab water. It is recommended in Bhagavad Gita only. Worship of
Yeah.
Vigraha, deity. So the result of such worship is love and devotion for Lord, purification of heart,
Yes.
and one can transcend this all these modes. You can see pure devotee like Lord Hanuman worshipping Sitaram.
Mm. Yeah.
So this is the pure devotion. Lord Hanuman, he had a vigraha. He used to worship a vigraha called as Mularam Vigraha. The Mularam Vigraha, recently 800 years before Madhvacharya, he, he has sent one of his disciples to find out that Mularam Vigraha,
Yeah.
and finally he got that Vigraha, Mularam deity, which Lord
We
Hanuman
do
used to
it.
wear it and used to worship it, worship the deity as his heart and soul. Very amazing
Yeah.
deity. So the point is, the deity worship is never condemned. Actually, it is very, very these people, very dangerous people. Actually, they just want to cheat. It is very unfortunate. Actually. So we have to be careful about the right understanding of shastras. So we are
Yes.
all very fortunate because we got association of a very, very great personality, Srila Prabhupada. I'll just because today is a appearance of Srila Prabhupada. We'll just discuss something about Prabhupada. Today is the divine
Yes.
appearance of His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaranda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Oh,
So, of course, there is a statement of how all the acharyas accepted Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead.
yeah.
So we can see there is Krishna conscious family in Japan and all over the world. Everybody worshipping. There are so many devotees worshipping Lord Krishna, and this is all because of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. So he is actually founder Acharya in the line of Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Guru Shishya Sampradaya, and he started International Society for Krishna Consciousness to propagate this message all over the world.
Yeah.
So Srila Prabhupada was born in Calcutta, 1896 year, and just after the day of Janmashtami, that is today. So
Yeah.
today is the 124th anniversary. So the appearance anniversary of Lord Krishna is
Yeah.
Janmashtami, and just after that, His Divine Grace has appeared. His life history from his earliest days to his last, that is in 1977, is very clearly been given in Srila Prabhupada Leelamrit, which is written by his amazing disciple, Satyarup Das Goswami Maharaj. He is American, the foreign body,
Yeah.
and he is a very amazing disciple, and he has written everything about Prabhupada. So, Srila Prabhupada, this is an amazing history, of our great acharyas. These are actually hidden grades, which we unfortunately don't see in our so-called, secularistic textbooks.
Yeah.
But it is very important to know the truths of the great personalities who came for all of us, for all the souls all over the world. So Srila Prabhupada met Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, his spiritual master, in 1922. It was in
Yeah.
Ultadanga Junction Road in Calcutta. Although this was the first time they met, Siddhanta Saraswati, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said this statement, you are an educated young man, why don't you preach the message of Lord Chaitanya in English? This is the first meeting, right at the first
Yeah.
meeting. This request became the driving force in Srila Prabhupada's life. And at that time, Srila Prabhupada, you can see in the picture on the right hand side. So you can see Srila Bhakti Siddhanta giving lecture, and on the right hand side,
Yeah.
from our side, at the far end there is Abhay Charan,
Which?
Srila Prabhupada. At the far end there is Srila Prabhupada. And you can see in mustache.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Swamiji.
You're able to see the
Man.
picture, Megan?
Yeah, I can, Swamiji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Swamiji, I can.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
can see the picture.
I believe this voice was someone attenuated.
Oh,
I'm sorry. So actually, then Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur made this statement. Immediately, Prabhupada said he is actually a follower of. Before the interaction, to tell something, what happened was Srila Prabhupada was actually a follower of Gandhi that time. So he was wearing
oh,
the khadi dress, and he is certainly making the statement that he is the freedom fighter, and not only that, he was a student leader. You can just Gandhi follower and a student leader, a leader following Gandhi. He said that
yeah,
who will hear your message of Lord Chaitanya? The India Britishers are ruling, and tomorrow someone else will be ruling. The ultimate freedom is freedom from material
Yeah.
energy, Maya. That is the ultimate freedom for the spirit soul. So this freedom, it's all temporary actually. So today someone is there and tomorrow someone is there, and now there is again coronavirus. Nobody has any freedom. There everybody is locked down. So it is all
Yeah,
so-called freedom. So if you want to really get freedom, then it is the soul coming in touch with super soul and go back to Vaikuntha. That's it. Once for all. That is a real freedom. So at that time, the Prabhupada accepted after this amazing statement of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the absolute truth, Param Satyam, he accepted within his heart as a spiritual master. And in 1932, he became an initiated disciple. And of course, because he's already married, he had to maintain pharmaceutical business, and he was sort of morose that I already got into the material life like that. And in 1936, Srila Prabhupada wrote to his spiritual master, and at that time he was passing his last days, his Guru Maharaj. How can I serve you? So like that he asked. And Srila Bhakti Siddhanta wrote back, preach this Krishna consciousness message in English. And then Srila Prabhupada recognized this as the same instruction he received at the very first meeting. And then he took it as his life's mission. And then he began preparing himself for this great effort. And he started, this magazine, Back to Godhead. So in 1944, during Second World War, when paper was very difficult to get, people had very little money to spend, and Srila Prabhupada started Back to Godhead magazine, which is still published today. He would write, edit, oversee the layout, proofread, and sell the copies himself. One man army fighting the whole. So he retired from his home, family life in 1950, and he dedicated the next 10 years studying and preaching. And in 1959, he took sannyas, and then he got 3 volumes of the English translation and commentary of the first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. He did all this again, getting the paper, gathering donations, and he gave it to Lal Bahadur Shastri.
Oh.
So, and finally, there is a historic voyage. So today, Tithi wise, Srila Prabhupada appeared on this earthly planet, and according to the English calendar, August 13, 1965, that is today itself, is the day when Srila Prabhupada left for United States.
Oh.
So that was Srila Prabhupada. And just like Lord Hanuman crossed the ocean to give message of Lord Ram, Srila Prabhupada crossed all the oceans to give message of Lord Krishna.
Lord Krishna.
Who is not different from Lord Ram.
Yeah.